Well, the California Veterinary Medical Association's attempt to usurp local jurisdiction with Senate Bill 672 does disturb me. But this isn't a question for me of jurisdiction. It's a question of humanity. This at core is an issue for me of animal cruelty. And our responsibility as representatives of our community to do what we can to reflect the values of our community in our laws. So let's review what we have here. On the one side, we have local Santa Monica veterinarians respected in our community and local Santa Monica residents united in calling for a ban on declawing. And I think we have general agreement that declawing is painful and inhumane and perhaps ineffective. On the other hand, we have professional lobbying organizations and others who say that this is just too complicated for local elected officials to understand. That was why they purported to pass that law. Well, I don't have much trouble understanding animal cruelty. I really don't. Let's look, though, at what the most respected animal organizations in the country actually say, because I think that there has been some dispute over that. And so I have some quotes here pulled from their actual websites. The Humane Society Veterinary Medical Association says declawing generally is unacceptable because the suffering and disfigurement it causes is not offset by any benefit to the cat. The American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals says declawing is expensive, painful surgery. Think of it as having the first joint of all your fingers removed. And because their first line of defense has been taken away, declawed cats may resort to biting more often than their intact counterparts. The Humane Society of the United States, which has been a point of contention, well, they say on their website the pain and expense of this surgical procedure are unnecessary. And we got a letter just very recently from Nancy Peterson at the Humane Society of the United States saying, I understand there may be some confusion regarding our position on non-therapeutic declawing. I want to assure you that the Humane Society of the United States does not condone non-therapeutic declawing. Our position is that declawing should be reserved only for those rare cases in which a cat has a medical problem that would warrant such surgery, such as the need to remove cancerous nail bed tumors. And my understanding is that's exactly what the ordinance we're considering tonight would do. Nor am I particularly concerned about the arguments over whether declawing has been banned in other countries, although I think that the European Convention for the Prevention of Pet Animals has been mentioned. Frankly, we could take that whole finding out of the ordinance that we're considering, and it wouldn't make much difference to me in the validity of our taking some action tonight. I've seen different documents from different countries, including Germany, that are pretty clear that while they do have exemptions, those exemptions are very much along the nature of what we're doing in our ordinance. Lastly, I have to reject the disingenuous appeal to compassion for those among us who are HIV positive that's been put forth, particularly in some of the emails I got. The original champion of this in West Hollywood is John Duran, and if you saw the article about him in the LA Times just a couple of weeks ago, he himself says he's HIV positive. In fact, gays in San Francisco, where this ban is also being discussed, have been outraged by the declawing ban opponents' attempts there to make this a gay issue. They don't feel it is. And the medical opinions that I've seen from human medical doctors do not support the need to declaw cats for the safety of people who are HIV positive. So in summary, I think tonight we have the opportunity to stand up for the humane treatment of animals and become the second city in California and the first in over 5 years to ban declawing. I move the introduction on first reading of this ordinance against declawing as prepared by the city attorney with the amendment she suggested of the language in the finding on foreign policy on declawing.